Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch.
Debris, noun, plural, debris, broken or torn pieces of something larger. Ruins, rubble, detritus. In geology, an accumulation of fragments of rock. Rubble, trash, remains. Militate, verb, to have a substantial effect, to weigh heavily, to oppose. Build a wall with the debris, not haul it away to some other faraway location. The debris would rot and settle unevenly. It does not make for good construction material. It has reverse action, which is basically used for removing debris and jammed drill bits. 4 people have been missing since, 2 of them recovered from the debris. Eyeglasses found among the debris of the Titanic wreck were among a sampling of Titanic artifacts on display, January 5, 2012 in New York. For people with very dry, flaky skin, regular exfoliation can get pores unclogged and keep them clear of the debris that cause whitehead and blackhead pimples. Railroad service was restored on a line-by-line basis, as some required substantial cleanup of debris and mudslides, and others waited on power to be restored. Plastics and other debris have been drifting for decades in the oceans, sometimes churned into massive patches by powerful currents known as gyres. Space debris has evolved in recent years from a nuisance to a major operational problem to a looming disaster. The injuries were the result of the concussion from the explosion and flying debris. When those towers collapsed, they left behind a mass of toxic chemicals in the burning debris, including lead, mercury, asbestos, dioxins, and flame retardants. The negatives were wonderful, except for some the road debris stirred up by passing cars and buses. There would be a question mark on his record that might militate against promotion in the future. Practices such as information hoarding, preference, and other tribal-based traditions militate against power migration. The two approaches are not mutually exclusive, though efficiency does tend to militate against combinations. Paradoxically, then, the very conditions of poverty that motivated some individuals to participate in kin networks can militate against effective participation. Since a worldview involves a commitment to an epistemology, are there some epistemologies that militate against a totalitarian temptation? There are actions that might be taken to militate against this phenomenon and move us in the other direction. I suspect the truly spiritual quest for a peaceful death will militate against suicide or assisted suicide. These values in turn militate against heroic concepts and poses. In many ways, the ways in which crime are important ideologically and emotionally militate against a decent scientific presence and militate against resources. The orbit of concern of this study, therefore, is on the factors that militate against primary school attendance in Nigeria.